Peace and high frequencies, everybody. I'm gonna give a little bit of synopsis of the dream. Excuse me. And kind of talk about what I saw in the dream, what I think it means. And I had another epiphany that came to me earlier, about a couple of hours ago. I don't know why, when I decided to do the video, I want to start sneezing. I've been sneezing all day. It's crazy. It is what it is. We're gonna let it fly. And we're gonna still get this message out. Because I feel like while I'm talking about my dream, a lot of other information is gonna come out as well. They working on the road over here, y'all. Had some different parts of the dream. Talk a little bit about. Hopefully this sneeze stops. I don't know where it came from, but here in this waking state, I've tried and I like to experiment with a lot of different things, get a lot of different licenses, certification, get experiences. I like to travel. I just like a variety of things. My mind is able to take in a lot of information and pick up on it pretty fast. I'm no genius, but I can just comprehend quick and be able to implement pretty much almost anything. I'm a fast learner, what people would say, fast learner. I'm one of those fast learners. And so I've did things in this life from damn near leasing and real estate to contracting and roofing to of course teaching, technology, personal training, management, entrepreneurship, martial arts, ballet, jazz, tap, African dance, archery, Shaolin Kung Fu, Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, you name it, damn near. I've done a lot of different things. And so it's sales, marketing, I've done a lot. And so I'm saying that because I'm starting to connect the pieces of why here I take to so many and I gravitate to so many different things. And it's not, I don't think nothing's by happenstance. We know that. If you're here on this channel, you're smart. You already know that. You're in touch. You tapped in. You're in alignment. And so I was watching 7 Bomar today. He has a 7 Bomar clips. It was a 7-minute and 35-second clip today. And he was talking about, in a part of it, he was talking about when we have a physical form, we also have an astral body, right? And then that body is not even the real body because the soul is creating all of this. Our soul essence has created this physical form. Our soul essence has created the astral body. And then even in the astral realm, we'll create other forms for, or we could say the experiences or whatever it is for what the needs are. Now I went through kind of like all that I've, explored up until this date from 1980 to 2022 that I've kind of dipped and dabbled. Not everything, but I've given you all a thought process. And so I've experienced aspects of all of those different things in my dream state with various astral bodies and forms. Now I'm thinking like, okay, what's the benefit of having all of this knowledge and information and these astral bodies and forms that work within those particular areas that I needed? So when we don't know, sometimes we don't have a comprehension on why we do different things here in this state. But the soul knows what is needed and why different things are going on and why we have to create these various physical forms. And for me, what I'm receiving is that it's beyond just experience. Everything is for a reason. Yeah, we do have all of these experiences, but everything is for a particular reason. And so going into the dream last night, now part of the dream, I was working in contracting. I haven't done much contracting this year. I normally do, I get involved with some roofing jobs, or I get involved with some interior work and house people who need remodeling in their homes and things of that nature. Of course, I'm not the one doing it. I just go and, if it's covered under insurance or they're paying out of pocket, we just get the ball rolling, and then we hire the various individuals who are contracted and licensed in those various areas to do the work. In the dream, I was doing the contracting. I also was out of town with someone that I know. I was on the phone with somebody I know, and then I also was with this guy that I know. And when I woke up, I had to contact him, and he's headed to Ghana. But anyway, I am also in the dream. I'm seeing third eye views. I'm getting this third eye view from various things that's going on. Now, one of the things in particular that stuck out to me, that really stuck out to me, was it was this lady. She was walking to the subway or to the train. If you follow me on Blackfit Witch on my stories, you've already seen me write this out in my stories. So I am let these people go. I am having a third eye view of this lady going to the subway, going to the train, and then this guy just starts to jump on her and try to take her purse or something. Now, I'm having this third eye view on the train. I'm going from the back of the train. I leave them alone, totally separated from them. Now my third eye view is looking at what's going on in the train, on other parts of the train. And so I'm seeing different things go on, and I'm just watching, and I go further down, and then I stop again where the guy and the lady were, of where he, was taking her purse. Now they were really tussling back and forth, like they was wrestling back and forth. He was on top of her, she was on top of him. It was like she was trying to keep him from getting her purse, and all of this was going on. And so with all that going on, he pulls out a gun. Now this is where it get crazy. He pulls out a gun. So I'm just like, okay, I'm still having this third eye view. He pulled out a gun, and I was like, okay, he finna shoot her. It's almost like I'm watching a movie. And he shoot her in the head. Nothing happens. Nothing penetrates. It's just like if somebody tried to shoot you in your head and you still look the same. And she still looked the same. So he became afraid. He left. I saw him run off. Left the gun and everything. He just gone. He like, well, in his mind, he probably like, what the fuck am I fucking with? Let me leave this lady alone. She didn't even know that she had these powers. She takes the gun that he left. She starts shooting her body up. She like, boom, 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 boom. Nothing penetrates. Nothing penetrates her face, her body, nothing. I have a remote viewing. I zoom in closer to examine the body. The body and everything is the same. And she's sitting there in amazement. In amazement. She didn't know that this was going on. And then I woke up. So it's so many parts to this, and I'm trying to make it all come home so you all can kind of understand where I'm trying to go with all the different experiences of careers and hobbies and training that we go through here, and how that sets us up for other planes. But people say it's the experiences, but for me, it's not just the experiences. I can't just leave it as the soul just wants an experience. Like, we are on a mission, and the mission is here on this planet. It has levels to the mission. Let's say that. There's a cosmic war mission. Things that we are collecting here in this realm is also feeding into the spirit, and it's also help building up the power of this soul essence that's on different planes of existence and astral planes and whatever, that still connects back to the all, because we are parts of the all. But for me, what I'm saying, because we have to have all these different experiences here and training and, relationships and pain and hurt and careers and losing jobs and getting jobs and all this kind of stuff, building up that resilience within your person, within that spirit, it helps to build and cultivate and create these worlds outside of this world that we're engaging in right now. And it's like the more that we create or experience or train or navigate here in this world and travel, we have more, I would say, ammunition, for lack of better words, ammunition as we move forward in other realms of existence. Let's take it here. This is a world. These worlds are part of the conscious mind. I don't know, nor does anyone know what all do we take with us when we're done with this realm. I don't know. You don't know, because nobody's dead and came back. We don't know all that we have to gather up and we take, because it's a reason for all these experiences. We don't know what we gather up and take to experience in another realm, in another dimension, or recycling, if you believe in reincarnation and coming back. We may not come back to this earth plane. We may go to another different type of dimension in which some of the information that we've gathered here is downloaded into our DNA that gives us an edge up on that next existence. Let's take it for instance. Let's say, let's look at someone who has made it in, like, who's a singer or entertainer. We'll use Janet Jackson. I just say Janet Jackson because I love Janet Jackson. So let's just say Janet Jackson, for instance. You use Michael Jackson. Let's do Michael Jackson. Let's use Michael Jackson. So thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, Michael Jackson was on a plane similar to this one, right? And Michael Jackson probably was learning how to sing. He probably was learning about beats. He probably was learning about vibrations and connecting that vibration that creates music and how to move the body in certain ways that goes along with this beat, and probably trying to figure it all out. He probably went to school for it, or had a teacher in that realm when he was here or there, wherever he was, wherever his spirit was on the astral plane, right? Oh, look at it. It's a black cat. Interesting. So there you go. Talk about black cats. When I see them, y'all, I see them. And it's like the Matrix when I see them everywhere when they pop up out of the blue. Okay, so I'm not going to go there. But let me go back to the story. Michael Jackson, thousand years ago, right? Michael Jackson comes back during this lifetime, reincarnated, and now he's mastered this as a young child. He is a part of the Jackson 5. He has a father that pushes him into the entertainment industry. Harsh as it may be, it was his mission. he comes back, he changes the paradigm of people within this generation on the way that we look at music. It's forever timeless music. Generation upon generation. You could talk to a child 3 or 4 years old, damn near know Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson was transitioned before they was born because of the impact that his energy left on this planet existence. But it was based on all those other years and years and years. I'm talking about thousands of years, you all, of studies that he had already done that got him to the point of Michael Jackson. Because he's been Michael Jackson. We ain't even talking about, I'm giving you all the name, but he's been at existence thousands and thousands of years ago, working with this same energy. So that's what I'm saying. You are like utilizing, and we'll get to a point, you'll see people who have mastered their craft. When that you get to a point where a person has mastered their craft and they have exceeded, and I ain't talking about AI. I ain't talking about them type of people, but I'm talking about real beings, all right, who've mastered their craft to a level where currency in this realm means nothing, because they can get it easily because they've mastered their craft. And I feel like that's what we do when we're here as well. These experiences is for us to build up that information, so when we have to go out to another dimension, we reincarnate back here and all that kind of stuff, we have built up mastery level. You'll see people even right now that we have who are masters in knowing more about the history of who we are. It's just downloaded in them. They don't have to read no book. They don't have to, travel anywhere. They just know it's downloaded in them. How do you think that is so? They've done this before thousands and thousands of years ago, and they've came back and they come back and they come back and they do the same thing till they get to a level of mastery. Even like in Taoist Buddhism, we talk about the Arhat. The Arhat gets to a point of, really getting past this physical realm. The Arhat goes beyond this, and they don't have to come back because they've gotten to a point of mastering the physical form. Right? They've gotten to that point. So going into the other part of the dream where the lady actually got shot. When she got shot, nothing happened. Nothing happened to her. This is showing me how subconsciously and consciously what we are calling superpowers are coming online real time. It's happening for us. Things that would normally penetrate us here in this realm, we're superheroes. We are the superheroes. We are the superheroes. We are the superheroes. And then, not only that, I leave to go for lunch today. And I was just like, hey, I want a smoothie. I was trying to think about where was close to get a smoothie. So I go to this place that I thought had a smoothie shop in there. I get out the car and I'm just walking. I'm on a mission. If you've ever seen me in person, I walk fast, especially when I'm trying to get somewhere. So I'm on a mission, y'all. And I get out, I'm walking, and I hear somebody say, excuse me. And I turn around, I'm like, okay, they must be talking to me. I'm the only one out here. And he said, didn't you used to practice Tai Chi and martial arts? From this guy? And I was like, yeah, because I've had a couple of teachers, and I named one of them, and he was like, but then I named my first Tai Chi instructor teacher. He was like, yeah. He said, I remember you. He said, this is crazy. He said, but it's not. He said, I was just thinking about you last night. He said, and now I see you. He was like, I was thinking about back when we were in class at the temple doing Tai Chi, and I was thinking about how focused you was and how you were into it and you had it. And my mind was like, I wanted to be like her. Like, she got this shit. And he said, it came to me that I need to make time to get back on my martial art practice. And then he said, it's so crazy because he said, things have been happening faster for me. He said, I'll think of something and it just presents itself. He said, within the same day or the next day or something like that. He said, it's within a short time period. And by him saying that, he didn't know that he just was reiterating what I'm sharing with you all now. Superheroes, superpowers, and superheroes. These are the superpowers, superhero energy, because that's who we are, that's coming online for us now during this time. And you're going to see it. We're also seeing people just navigate and start to move and travel and be where their soul is guiding them to be rooted, planted, and grow. You may see people just up and leave. I know my sister's talking about she's just up and leave. She's moving to Dallas. She don't want to be here anymore. I haven't received any word for me to move and relocate anywhere. If it happens, I will adhere to it, but nothing has told me to do that at this point. I don't want anything to come out of ego. I want it to be genuine from my soul essence, based on where I need to be. And I may need to be here. I may need to be there. I don't know. But you'll see that a lot of people are relocating and moving to where their soul is guided. And this is not new. This has been going on. I remember I had my master teacher. He moved to Mexico, thinking like 2017. He moved to Mexico, and he's still there. But people have been moving. Now, why are we seeing this now? This is not the first time that people just up and move and relocate and all this kind of stuff. It's not the first time we've had a pandemic. This is not the first time that we had a crash. All of this happens. We are in a cyclical system on this planet. This planet is a cyclical system. It goes off of seasons and cycles. I've said this before. So it's not wow that people are moving. Like, oh my God, everybody moved. No. People have moved before. People have migrated before. The thing about it is, it's just our time now that we are awakened and enlightened to be aware, to really see that it's happening. Because we are online with our gifts and we are raising our frequencies and we're doing the spiritual work. So we're recognizing, we're seeing cycles. We're seeing things happen again. They are manifesting right before our eyes. We don't remember it before because we have amnesia. This has happened before. Because people will tell me something, and even when things happen to me, I'll be like, it's it's like, okay, even today when the guy was like, I've been thinking about things. I was like, yeah, I said, that's what's going on. It's a part of your consciousness, of the level of consciousness that you're on right now. That's what they're calling New Earth. This is what New Earth is. New Earth isn't like magically everything is just before your eyes is going to change physically from the, visual perspective, but things are changing visually from the eye perspective. But a lot of things we can't see based on the frequency of the planet. We can't see energy and entities around us. Some of us have got online to that point. Others of us, such as myself, is getting to that point and we can feel it. We may not see it, but we can feel it and we'll know it. All right, that is going on. So we're just coming into a higher frequency, going into another state of awareness where we're receiving all this. And I think it's wonderful that we are the superheroes that's coming into our superpowers, that nothing is going to be able to penetrate us, just like the lady on the subway that got shot in the dream, y'all. And I mean, no scratch, no bullet, no anything, right? But before I went into seeing that, I was embraced, and like I told you all, I had a guy friend that I know, and he was kissing on me. He was kissing. I was like, what, this guy's kissing on me? And I was on the phone with somebody else, and I told him that I was in a meeting with him. And he was like, okay, let me get out the phone. So he got out the phone, and then he continued to kiss on me. And I remember fading out of that into what was going on with the lady getting shot and having that remote viewing. I'm saying that to say what's coming to me now is that love frequency, that love energy, that love frequency we have to focus on is taking us to a higher vibration and a higher frequency where we are able to bring our superpowers more online, to do waking state remote viewing, to do lucid dreaming, to do remote viewing even in our sleep. So being in that frequency of love for everybody, for any and everybody, strangers alike, y'all. We have to be in that frequency first. So that's what I wanted to share. Reason why we're in various careers and different training and things we just gravitate to, and things that work easy for us, things that come naturally to us, is because we've done it before and we're working to get to a state of mastery. And we're on that. We're on the path. We're on the path to mastery because we may have to utilize it here. We may need to utilize it on our next mission. But who knows? We don't. Our soul knows we need it, and that's why we gravitate to it, and we do that. So that was my dream. That's also my synopsis. That's what came to me. If you all have anything you want to share in regards to what I've shared, then please feel free to do so. I love everything that you all share when you even tell me great content and you enjoyed it. I love the feedback. I love to know that anything that I'm sharing that's coming from my highest self resonates with others who work from their highest self. So I'm going to leave you in peace and always high frequencies.